What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Judgement here. I'm here to give you guys another general tarot card collective. Hoping to dig in and see what kind of spiritual warfare that we're up against, what's in our energy at this time. So let's dive in, let's get to it. What do we got in our energy, Spirit? What do we need to be aware of at this time? We have leading the horse to water in the reverse. Lunar return in the reverse. There's some kind of misguidance or somebody misleading somebody. False paradise, as I say that. We've got lunar harvest in the reverse. I think I'm picking up that somebody was trying to learn witchcraft or magic from someone. This is somebody, or these are people that were working with the moon cycles in particular to work their magic. But whoever this person was that is supposed to be learning this craft, they've been misled. They didn't know that the rituals and everything that they were taking part in were actually against them. They were doing witchcraft on the newbie. The Newbie Coven Member. Truth prevails in the reverse. Yeah, they were trying very hard to keep this under wraps. But it's literally like, because it is definitely a group of people. Maybe it was just one person that was like being like the sole mentor for this person, but they were part of a coven here. And every single member of this coven was aware. It was like this person was being used or attempted. They were attempting to use this person as a sacrifice for something here. Lucid dreaming. So whoever you are in the collective that has experienced this, perhaps this was revealed to you in your dreams that, hey, something's fucking not right here. Like, I feel sick. I'm losing everything. Like, why is this happening if what I'm doing, if there's nothing wrong with what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you realize something here. Something occurred to you. I'll keep going with this deck for a little bit. I'm feeling it. We've got food for the soul here. Yes, so this, whatever was given to you, you knew it was for you. This information, this download, you knew you had found the truth because it resonated so deeply with your soul. It was like some kind of epiphany that had occurred to you that, hey, like, they're working against me. Like, they're doing this here. Written in the stars. Whoever you are, collective, you definitely have star energy here. So it might be that it was your purpose and your destiny to come across this coven and get involved with them because it would cause a karmic, it would initiate the karma upon these people, because you're not the first person they've done this to, is what I understand. So it's like you were the cycle breaker. You are the one that got away. That was always meant to be your story, was to be the one that got away. And true to alert in the reverse. You were definitely spiritually protected during this entire thing. Even if you were like experiencing the repercussions of the rituals and everything that they were using against you, you've always been watched over and protected. We got Leo rising here, so you could have Leo rising in your chart, or someone a part of this coven could be, or it could also just be you learning to stand in your strength by yourself, rather than depending on anyone else for your information, depending on anyone else to teach you the craft, depending on you know what I mean? Like, this is your moment to stand strong and tall and in your own sovereign power, and to recognize that and honor that. Like, don't water yourself down. We've got answered prayers here. Oh, and Aries rising, but in the reverse. So one of these karmics could be an Aries rising in their chart. And it also could just signify the fact that their attempts they were never meant to succeed. They were always meant to fail. They were just too short-sighted and stupid to, like, put two and two together. Like, oh, maybe this is a setup for us. This isn't, wait a minute. I thought we were supposed to be setting up this person, but we were actually the ones being set up against by the universe itself. That's funny. It is what it is, boo. You made your choices. Now lay down with them. We have alternatives here. We have development in the reverse. Yes, so this is just confirmation about you, collective, standing in your power and realizing that you can learn everything you need to know by yourself. You don't have to be a part of a group. You don't have to be a part of a coven. You don't have to have a mentor. I mean, there is information available everywhere you go. You've got public libraries. You've got the internet. It's like you've got so many options to teach yourself how to do things the right way if you really want to participate in anything like this. Because it's this type of stuff is so extremely dangerous if you're not well educated before you touch it. It's just, I mean, people come down with mental illnesses because they either aren't well prepared enough ahead of time, or they're not taking the possible consequences seriously before they partake in what they're doing. Game of life. And that's just the game of life. You either learn from your experiences and you change your ways, you make adjustments, you change, take accountability for yourself, or you don't, and you just fall off the map. You got source here. You're definitely connected to source here. That's who's been protecting you this whole time. Indulgence is here. Vortex. So collective, you may have also become addicted to something here. Could be substance abuse, could be any number of things, but something that was very detrimental to your mental well-being in particular. Yes, your physical well-being, but in particular, it's something to do with like your mental capacity. And it's like this group, this coven was using that against you and making things worse for you to keep you in that fucked up mental state. What else do we have here? Overcome in the reverse. Evolution in the reverse. It was really making you feel like not yourself. Like, I get that before you became a part of all this, you were, I don't want to say happy-go-lucky, but you had a more optimistic perception of life. And then once you got involved with all of this, it really just put you in a place like there was never going to be an opportunity for you to breathe again. To be any different, to grow, to have better, to do better. And we have educate here. But you know better now. You know better. You know that where there is a will, there is a way. Spiritual. I'm telling you, you were protected in the spirit. You were meant to go through this and you were meant to overcome it. No matter what you were thinking originally. Unfortunate and reversed. So, wherever you are at, you've already separated from this group. And because of that, because you're listening and you're reconnecting to yourself, your higher self and source, because of that, things are turning around for you. You may not see it or feel it right now, but it's coming. Let's see. What else would you like to share with us, universe? Psychosis. You may have even gone into some type of psychosis here with whatever substance that you were addicted to. Whatever it was addicted. I mean, it might not be a substance. It could have just been like a sexual addiction. It could have been, something else, right? Whatever it was, it looks like you literally went into some kind of psychosis there for a minute. I'm telling you, you were in a really bad place. I don't know how you overcame this, but goddamn. Redemption is here. You've redeemed yourself in the spirit. Father figure is here. Travel is in the reverse. It's like you stopped running from your issues here. Because once you got involved in all of this, it brought everything, all of the trauma that was in your past, it brought it to the forefront, and you were living in that. You were sulking in that. But you got to the point of redemption where you could know, and you faced yourself. You were no longer running from these traumas. Like, you were literally having to face all of this to properly heal, get through them, on top of also fucking separate and heal from this group right here. What's this father figure here? What are we looking at? Sacrifice. So maybe it was, oh shit, man. I told you they tried to sacrifice you. I think you know that, whoever I'm talking to, but still. We've got interference in the reverse. They can't wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, they can't touch you now. So let's get some clarification on this father figure here. Why is this here? What are you trying to share with us about this father figure? How is this individual significant? Ace of Pentacles. And the Ten of Cups in reverse. Something to do about a broken home. So whoever you are, collective, part of the trauma that was brought to the forefront in this mess of things was something to do with your broken home in your childhood. But you overcame this. In other words, I don't want to say overcame, but you faced it, and I don't feel like you're fully healed from it, but you're mostly healed from it. You're definitely on the other side now with this healing. That's beautiful. That's what I like to see in here. What else do you have for us, Spirit? What can you tell us? We got the Hierophant in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. The Death card. One of these coven members is definitely, their karma is definitely, for someone anyway, it could be more than one person, is definitely going to be physical death. The Hanged Man and the Two of Pentacles here. You did what you were supposed to do. You made the changes and the adjustments that you were supposed to. You turned around. You faced your traumas. You began to heal through that. And because of that, you were able to wake up to the situation that you were involved in and that you were stuck in. And that gave you the strength and the courage to reconnect to Spirit and to correct your path, to find this redemption, to end this attempted sacrifice, and to cut these people off for good. We've got the Strength card here and the Ten of Cups. Look at that. I'm telling you, you really tapped into your own sovereign strength here, your own soul power. And because of that, you've got the Ten of Cups here. Damn, that's beautiful. Angels, what do you have to say about this message before we close out? We've got the Devil card here. You were really up against the devil. That's who these people were really trying to feed here and sacrifice you to, is the devil. The Empress is here. But the devil came out on top, because when I tell you guys that the best contract writer is the devil, I fucking mean it. He will set you the fuck up. You want to make a contract with him, and you say, oh, I want to sacrifice this person to you. He's like, okay. Because he knows who the fuck you're trying to sacrifice. And he knows your destiny, your purpose. And when they go and try to sacrifice you, do you realize that if they fail, that they're all in debt to the devil? And guess what? The devil makes out with the whole fucking coven instead of this one being who was never going to be his to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like, you people don't understand what the hell you're dealing with when you're trying to fucking... You're not smarter than the devil. You're not. Got the Six of Wands here. And I guess they're realizing this now that it's too late. I mean, Jesus. God, don't... Bro. Of the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. The Hermit in the reverse. So whoever, so our collective, whoever you are, I know you feel alone and isolated. I know that you're probably physically isolated from people. And a lot of it is to do with the PTSD that you're having to experience at this time because of all of this nonsense and bullshit. Okay, but this is showing me here that if you continue on the path that you are with healing and redeeming yourself, then freedom will be yours, and you will not have to be so locked away. You will not have to be and feel so lonely. You will have the opportunity to reconnect with people that actually give a fuck about you. And you'll rebuild this trust that was lost for yourself. Because I'm getting it's not that you can't trust other people, it's just that you don't trust yourself to trust the right people. But that clarity and confidence and discernment is going to come from your healing. So just continue on that path to heal, heal, heal. And eventually, before you know it, it's going to creep up on you. We won't even know that it's there until, boom, you're in a different reality. You're on a different timeline. You're meeting people that actually are genuine and authentic and don't mean you harm. And you can tell the difference. And that's the whole point of this experience, is growing that knowledge and that experience to be able to properly discern from here on out, and to also learn to depend on yourself, become sovereign in your own power, in your own right, and be able to teach yourself. Because stuff like this, witchcraft, blah, 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 there's a reason why people try so hard to keep it under wraps and not share it. It is truly some dangerous fucking shit. And in the wrong hands, people can really get fucked up. And while I understand that, on the other hand, I also understand that it makes it difficult for the people who are actually trying to operate in these types of crafts ethically and morally. It makes it difficult to find anyone who isn't trying to misuse you or misuse the information against you. It's very difficult, but it's a learning process. And if anybody's watching this and you're not involved in this stuff but you're interested, just know that the best way to go about it is one step at a time. Do your own research, do your own homework, and for good God, don't take any single person's word for shit. I don't care who they are, how good they sound, how much it resonates. Because just because something resonates doesn't mean that it's always going to resonate. And just because something resonates doesn't mean, if this is new to you, and if it's new, then you're just getting started. So don't take, you have to understand that there's always going to be two sides to one coin. And there's definitely two sides when it comes to any of these types of crafts. You really have to learn both sides to be able to learn how to properly discern anything, even the learning that you're coming across and the research that you're doing. Don't take shit from one source or site. Don't take shit from one person. All of the information that you're going to receive on these types of subjects are going to be highly subjective. Okay? Because we only know what we only know while we're here on Earth and what we're able to share. That doesn't make it correct. It doesn't make it incorrect. But it's more like, think of it more as putting a huge puzzle together. Okay, this is not a small, short 20-piece puzzle. This is such an intricate puzzle. And you need to respect it for what it is. It can be great, these types of things, but they can also cost you your life if you're not careful. So just a word of advice, putting it out there. I'll always encourage people to operate in their sovereign power, because you can be taken advantage of even in the religious realm if you're not careful. So I'm not just referring to witchcraft or magic. I'm talking about any kind of worship that you're trying to participate in, any kind of connections that you're trying to make with other realms and realities. be it with people that have passed on, or be it with deities, gods and goddesses. Like, just take everything with a grain of salt. Okay, at least till you've been through enough grains of salt that can can fill a pot. Okay, and then maybe you might start getting an idea of how things might work for you if you were to work in it. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot. Be careful. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going on a rant here. Thank you guys for stopping in and sharing in this energy with me. I greatly appreciate it. Anything that you guys would like to do to help this channel grow, I would greatly appreciate it. That could be anything from a like, a share, subscribe, or comment. I look forward to growing this channel with more people and getting more messages out there. Thank you guys. I greatly appreciate it. And until our next reading, I love you. Bye.